You sell your agency, and then you work 3 more years to collect your own money. That's an earnout, and it isn't bad luck. It's a buyer telling you in the paperwork which of your numbers they couldn't verify. Here's what most owners get wrong. You'd expect a weakness to show up as a lower number. One line moves down, everybody shakes hands, we're done. That happens sometimes, but a risk the buyer won't carry usually doesn't come off the price. It gets handed back to you in the structure of the deal. Weak founder independence becomes an earnout. Part of your money now depends on the results you have to be there to deliver. Weak books buy you a longer, more expensive diligence and a pile of add backs the buyer just refuses. Every dollar they can verify comes out of the price multiplied. Weak recurring revenue becomes a retention target. Your proceeds ride on the clients renewing after you've handed over the authority to fight for them. Margin's the exception. That one usually doesn't just show up as a smaller number. And understand why a buyer does that. They're not trying to be difficult. They're looking at a risk they can verify from the outside, and structure is simply how they make it you taking care of it instead of them. None of it's lore. Terms get negotiated, but it's a strong enough pattern to plan around. 23 years of doing this, and I've watched it land on owners who did nothing wrong. They just never scored themselves before somebody else did. So which of your numbers is the weak one? There are 4. Score each one 0, 1, or 2. 8 points possible. Not 1 to 10. 3 choices on purpose because a 10-point scale lets you give yourself a 7 and feel productive. 0, 1, and 2. Obviously, 2 is the best. Number 1, your books. 0 means the tax return is the only real financial statement you've got. 1 means you close monthly, but it's a cash basis and it doesn't tie to the return. 2 means 36 months of accrual management reporting that actually reconciles. Number 2, margin. 0 means you don't know your AGI as something separate from what you bill. 1 means you know it, but people costs are running over 55%, or the profit only exists because you underpay yourself. 2 means you're at or under 55%, and the profit is still there after you pay yourself what the job is actually worth and price in every role you never fill. And 55 isn't my number, remember. That's Drew McClellan's number from Agency Management Institute. 55, 25, 20. It just matches what I see in the P&Ls. Number 3, recurring revenue. 0, your project to project and next quarter starts near 0. Once you've got retainers, 1, you've got retainers, but they renew on goodwill or they live in an email thread. 2, most of the next 12 months is contracted in writing on terms a stranger could read. Number 4, founder independence. This is the one people score wrong. 0, every relationship, every price, every hire routes through you. 1, you handed off the work, but you kept the authority. 2, somebody else owns the client relationship and can price it, refuse it, and hire for it. Here's the test. Could you be unreachable for a month and come back to no stack of decisions waiting? Delegating work is not the same thing as delegating authority. Most owners are sitting right in that gap, and that gap is what an earnout is for. Add it up, under 5, and you don't own an asset yet, you own a job with your name on a door. It's not an insult. Plenty of owners are genuinely happy there, and there's nothing wrong with owning a job. The problem is finding out it was a job in the same year you decided you wanted out. Because a job is hard to sell, it can only be quit. And your total isn't even the number that matters the most. Your lowest score is. Buyers don't average the 4 numbers, they price the weak one. So 1 override, a 0 on any single leg beats your total. So where do you start? Start with the books. Even when it isn't your worst score, 36 months of history is 36 months. You can't decide in April that you'd like to have had it. Margin is usually the fastest to move. Founder independence is the slowest because you're changing habits and one of them is yours. And if you're never selling, it matters more, not less. Every point on that scorecard is a point of freedom while you'll still own the thing. So run the 4 numbers this week, write them down, because the score you don't write down is the score you quietly round up. And if the total bothers you, that's information, not a verdict. It's usually 1 leg. All right, before you go, if you're an agency owner and you want to keep more of what you make, I've got 2 things for you. First, grab a copy of my book, The 12 Biggest Tax Mistakes That Cost Agency Owners Thousands. It breaks down the exact mistakes I see every day and how to avoid them. Second, if you want to see what this looks like for your business, get a free tax analysis. We'll take a look at what you're doing now and show you where you might be overpaying. And if this video helped you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future strategies on tax planning, cash flow, and building a more profitable agency. I'll see you in the next video.